Hey guys, Jonathan's Media Shack here again, and I just want to say to you all Merry Christmas and best of wishes. And for this special video for Christmas that I'm going to be doing today is actually a review on a movie that I actually went to see and I really enjoyed. What movie is it, you may ask me? It's Disney's Encanto from this year, back in November. So, with that said, Merry Christmas and sit back, relax, and enjoy this review. Hey guys, Jonathan's Media Shack here again, and today, Merry Christmas to you all. And for this Christmas special that I'm doing is actually a movie that I went to see and I really liked, which is Disney's Encanto from 2021, that came out back in November. So basically, what the plot's about, you got you got a young woman named Alma Madrigal who loses her husband after escaping her home from an armed conflict. She loses her husband Pedro, but saves her three infant children, Julieta, Peppa, and Bruno. In an Encanto, a candle Alma held onto is enchanted and creates a sentient casita for the madrigals to live in. A village grows thanks to the casita, which protects the village, and the magic imbues a magical family, for which Alma becomes better known as Abuela with special gifts or superhuman abilities. It is around the nature of the magic's involvement with gifts. However, that Bruno and Julieta's youngest daughter, Mirabel, becomes excluded. Bruno and his gifts are precognition and vilified due to the unpredictable nature of Bruno's visions and everyone's inability to properly understand each vision's relations to the future. Excuse me, folks. While Mirabel, despite not being as ostracized, does not get a gift at all, on the day Antonio, who is Peppa's youngest son, is to receive a gift, Mirabel still gives the former the courage to go through with the ceremony. Antonio gains the ability to speak with animals, and the whole town celebrates while Mirabel, though happy for him, remains saddened for the lack of her very own gift. And later that night, Mirabel suddenly sees cracks forming around the casita and the candles starting to flicker. But when Mirabel tries to warn everyone, she finds everything seemingly normal. Mirabel later learns that Abuela does not indeed believe her and decides to save the magic of the casitas. After asking Peppa's daughter and oldest child, Dolores, who has enhanced healing, Mirabel then confronts her older sister, Luisa, who has super strength, and gets her to confess that she feels overburdened by the family. Luisa reveals she felt weaker upon seeing the cracks before suggesting to Mirabel that Bruno's room may hold some clues to the mysterious tremors. Mirabel finds that room in a giant sand-filled cave before discovering a jade-like pieces that constitute a fixed stonish glass, which, when repaired, contains an image supposedly showing her being the cause of the casita falling apart. After Mirabel leaves, Louisa reveals that her strength is fading and Abuela tells Mirabel not to talk to anyone, especially since the latter's older sister Isabella, who can control plants and particularly make flowers, is to get engaged to local man Mariano. And during dinner, Dolores overhears Mirabel talking with her father about Bruno's vision. The dinner and proposal are both ruined as the casita once again forms cracks and everyone's powers begins to falter, leading to Isabella berating Mirabel despite the later denying her involvement in the cataclysm. Mirabel discovers a hidden passage in the walls where she finds Bruno, who, despite being abandoning his room, never left the house because he still cares for his family. Mirabel convinces him to make predictions again, and with Antonio's help, Bruno manages to create another slab of glass which contains an image of Mirabel hugging with Isabella. Mirabel goes to apologize, but instead learns that not only does Isabella feel burdened by being perfect, but she did not want to marry Mariano in the first place. This caused her to make more exotic plants in which she prefers more than her previous ones, and both sisters make up, seemingly fixing the house. However, Abuela discovers what has been happening and turns against Mirabel, blaming her for hurting the family and causing destruction to the casitas. Having had enough, Mirabel lashes out at Abuela, accusing her of seeing her as a disappointment and being the true cause of the magic disappearing. As a result of the constant pressure, Abuela puts on the family, and as a result, Mirabel's rash outbursts. The casitas then destroyed, leaving the madrigals devastated and homeless. Heartbroken by the recent events, Mirabel runs away to the river where Pedro perished as a remorseful Abuela finds her. Abuela finally admits that everything was indeed her fault as, given that she did not ever get a gift either, the magic her family had made her forget what truly made everyone special, that they were a family to begin with. Both Mirabel and Abuela reconcile, and with Bruno in tow, reunite with the Madrigals to fix the casita with the entire village, pitching in to help. And once Mirabel adds the last doorknob, the casita springs back to life and the magic returns and is back to their happy selves and magical selves as well. And that's basically what this movie's about. Guys, I have to be honest. This is one of the best Disney films I've seen in my life, and also one of the best movies I've seen in 2021, and also the best movie I've seen since then. Even the best since Moulin Rouge from 2001. Like, I love how this movie took place in Colombia, and Disney was very inspirational with this movie. How it took place in Colombia, and this story actually tells real reasons. I mean, wow. Of why Mirabel didn't get the gift because the door all of a sudden disappeared. She was gonna get the gift, but sadly she never got it when she was 5. But everyone's magical powers, oh my god, they are so magical. Like, Isabella controls flowers, and she makes flowers bloom everywhere. Louisa has superhuman strength. And Bruno Madrigal, who's Mirabel's excluded uncle, has the ability to see the future. Felix Madrigal, who's Mirabel's uncle and Peppa's husband, that balances her out and is there to have a great time. Julieta is Mirabel's mother and Augustine's wife, who can heal others with her cooking. Then we got Augustine, who is Mirabel's father and Julieta's husband. Dolores is Peppa and Felix's oldest daughter, and Camilo and Antonio's sister, and Mirabel's cousin. She knows everyone's dirt with enhanced hearing. We got Camilo, who is Peppa and Felix's son. Dolores is and Antonio's brother and Mirabel's cousin, who doesn't quite know who he is yet and has the ability to shapeshift. We also got Antonio Madrigal, who is Peppa and Felix's youngest son, Dolores and Camilo's brother and Mirabel's cousin, who looks up to her and considers her as a big sister, and he also speaks to animals. We also got Abuela Amal Madrigal, who is Mirabel's grandmother. And of course we got Mirabel Madrigal herself, the protagonist, who, unlike her family, doesn't have a special gift, and is described as imperfect, weird, and quirky, but also deeply emotional and incredibly empathetic. And we also got Peppa Madrigal, who is Mirabel's aunt and Felix's wife, who is overly emotional, and she can control weather. And all the characters are really, really redeemable and very good and likable characters. They have the most redeemable personalities I've seen. Oh my god. I've never seen a Disney movie that has so many redeemable characters like Encanto. Like, wow. I really like every single characters, especially the animals, and the jaguar too, which the jaguar is very adorable. Even the music was very uplifting and feel good music to hear through. I mean, wow. Especially May Encanto, which is very uplifting. The music is absolutely spectacular. Yeah, it is just phenomenal. Like, wow. This was just spectacular, especially that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote original songs for Encanto. That guy is absolutely splendiferous with making music and doing stuff like that. He is such an incredible and talented person. And I have to say, he did an outstanding job with the songs. Even the animation looks beautifully colorful and outstanding. Like, this is Disney, and wow. I have to say, this is one of the best animations I've seen in a very long time. This is one of the best I've seen since then. Part 2 will be in session, so stay tuned for that.